Hey everybody, it's Jen. Big props to the Centers for Independent Living. They hooked your girl up with some non-meat. Ooh, if I can finagle this thing out of the elevator here, we'll be all right. I feel like doing bumper cars right now with this. Just kidding. Anyways, so huge blessing. I actually got fruit and water. So I was put in touch with them from Temple University's Institute on Disabilities, and those two combined have been a godsend for me because not one, as you guys know, not one agency has been able to do what they claim they do: assist homeless people with resources and advocacy and basic needs and things like that. All right, that ain't happening. So anyways, I'm gonna walk over here really quick and get a quick check. Now, yesterday was cold. This past week we've been in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Today went up to 78 degrees. However, lots of you know what going on today again. Today being Wednesday, October 21st. It's just before 4 p.m. Eastern here in Pennsylvania. And I am not only, I have been under major spiritual attack and things like that as of late, but well, like Tupac said, all eyes on me. And I think that has a lot of something to do with the presidential bid that I put in last May. I didn't realize until a few months ago that my video not only was seen, but it was also, sorry guys, I gotta set this down for 1 second so I can get my boxes out here. I also had a friend of mine witness when the Red Party was doing a rally live, quote unquote live, on PBS. And at the time, a few months ago, I literally thought I was going insane because when it has to do with politics, that gets me a little angry, all the politicking, or as recognized says, the politricks. I keep up to speed on what's going on, what topics are being discussed and things like that, but I don't get into it to the point where I'm watching every debate and following every rally. No. Well, come to find out, the Red Party is here in Pennsylvania right now. And anyways, a few months ago, my friend was standing there, and I kind of, if something idiotic to me is being spoken about, like, oh, the stock market, blah, 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 and I'll come back and I'll just talk to my screen on YouTube, and I'll be like, what about the suffering children that, blah, 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 and I just speak my mind. I wasn't ever thinking that I was being viewed and or heard. However, my friend who was standing there looked at me because every time I would say something, the Red Party who was at the podium would come back and rebut with something, and I'm like, are you really seeing this right now? Like, I'm not insane, am I? And he's like, no, I heard it loud and clear. bringing up my son's name and everything, like that was going to try to get to me or something, which it did at the time. Um, Now, with that being said, I also know why I have had the intuitive insight and sense to know that I have not only been being followed, but watched and spied on, and it is very political for me, as well as other things which we've talked about before with targeting since childhood, blah, 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 blah. And the fact that being a living testimony right now speaks volumes because I'm alive. And if it wasn't for forces trying to get me, or me trying to take myself out, it's a miracle that I'm even standing here at 43 and alone, on top of that, alone here in the physical, that is. I know that I have others who've got my back and watch out for me, guide me, protect me, hold space for me, and things like that. I'm navigating this election season right now to the best of my ability, all things considered, because I am currently in what is known as the battleground state. And now it makes all the sense in the world to me why these vehicles with their political flags in the back of the bed of their truck are driving past, why helicopters are going over my head constantly, which happened earlier this morning as I was outside doing some of my research work. 3 different helicopters went over my head. Now, I had another witness standing there with me at the time who is also another client, homeless like myself, and we have become friends. Beautiful person, wonderful soul. So we were standing there, and he sees it as well as I do. So with that being said, you know, sometimes I do things that people don't understand, but I do them with and for a good reason. I don't have time for the day-to-day crap that I have to deal with from either incompetent agencies or employees of those entities. So I guess you could say I have bigger fish to fry. And that's part of the reason why I'm here at all, is to bring a much needed change to this world, and a good one. Truth and justice and peace and sovereignty, as well as moral ethics and a standard that is trustworthy. You know, the almighty dollar that controls this corporation that I live in here doesn't control me, and it never has, and it never will. So now I have another interruption to deal with. Much love and peace, everybody.